Hello, and welcome back to the Grace Yourself Podcast, where the grace is always greener. My name's Grace, and it's lovely for you to be joining me today. I'm so glad to have you back. I am using my camera today, so I'm sorry. I can see it right now, going in and out of focus. I'm also using the camera mic. We're trying to do some slight changes, slowly but surely, try to get some better quality video. And I just wasn't too sure how to set my mic up with my camera, so we're using the camera mic. Gonna hope for the best for that. Sorry if the focus is going in and out. I feel like most of you watch the audio or listen to it anyways. You don't even watch the video, so I think it's gonna be fine. And if not, it's okay if I'm blurry every once in a while. Now you guys know how I feel without my glasses on. In today's episode, we're gonna be talking about how my life has been going, where I see my life going in the future. I've had a lot of big changes happen in the past few weeks, and I thought I would update you guys, especially because I know some of the people that listen here are no longer people that I get to chat with on a day-to-day basis, so I like to keep you guys updated. And for those of you who I don't know and listen, which I'm not sure if there's many of you yet, but you'll just get to listen to my life. But, moreover, I'm also talking about how I don't have it all figured out right now, and that's okay. Let's get into it. So, I want to begin by telling you guys how my EMT school is going. I did start EMT school just last week. I have class 2 days a week, so I did that last week. The first day, I was a little nervous because I made no friends on the first day of school, and I was scared, but thankfully it was okay because the second day I made some friends and it went very well. The second day was lab, so it was more interactive with each other. The first day was just lecture, so also the lab teachers were more, I felt like the lab teachers were more outgoing than my lecture teacher. My lecture teacher seems nice and seems like she's gonna do a great job. But the lab teachers and instructors were more, I don't know how to describe it, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. They were just easier, they were more personable, I guess. Whereas my lecture teacher was more friendly, kind, and seemed like a good teacher. Simple as that. But it went really well. It's a 12-week program, so week 1's done. I only have 11 weeks left. I think it's gonna go good. I took my first test of the semester and I got a 96. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. Why don't I? It went good. I'm happy with it. I'm looking forward to what we're learning. And that's all I have to say. Oh, actually, no, it's not. The shoes only came in men's sizes and my shoes are too big. And I got a blister. So I bought socks, new socks. I was wearing socks, but I bought more socks because I needed more socks because the uniform requires mid calf size socks. So I needed to buy more of those because I only had one pair. And I also need to buy shoe insoles so that I can fill up the space more in the shoe because they're too big because they only came in men's sizes. Why did they only come in men's sizes? I don't know, but you win some, you lose some, so I don't really care. Ordered the shoes and got on with myself. Also, I'm trying to gain some weight, and the pants that I bought are a teeny bit snug. So if I'm trying to gain weight, I'm probably going to need to buy another pair of pants, which is not the best because they were like $70 or $80 pants because they had to fit the dress code. And also, I don't want to buy some cheap pair of pants that are going to tear, I want to buy a pair of pants that are going to last and they're going to be good. So I'm okay with spending a little money on something that's going to last. But it did break the bank there for a few weeks. But it's okay. We're moving on. Let's talk about my breakup. Insert a burr, 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 piano noise. Okay. Yeah. I did break up with him. I don't want to share the extreme details because even with everything that went down, I do have respect for my past partners over time, so I'm not going to spread around stuff on the internet. If you're a good friend of mine, you know what happened, and that's that. I did break up with him. We were together for 2 years, and I know I'm young, but 2 years is a long time with a person, especially when you're young. And you kind of like plan a lot around them and a lot of your future with them because you both think that you're gonna last. But not everyone is who they seem to be. Not everyone's compatible. So stuff happens, and then the future you thought you were gonna have is no longer what you're gonna have. So, am I sad? Absolutely. But was this breakup for the better? Also, absolutely. Like I said, we were together for 2 years, but we were mid-distance. He lived about like an hour and a half away, but on the times we would come to see each other, at least when I would go and see him, it took me sometimes like 3 hours to get there because of traffic. So that was something. But with that being said, it wasn't like we were seeing each other every single day. So that's like gonna be, I feel like when you break up with someone, it's very routine to be, like it's hard to break that routine of, oh, well, I would have texted them right now. Oh, I would have seen them right now. You know what I mean? But the fact that we were mid-distance and didn't get to see each other that much, I think will help a little bit because we're not used to even seeing each other that much. So it's not that big of a difference. It's like, oh, I would be seeing my boyfriend right now, but you guys broke up, so you're not gonna, you know? And with the texting thing, that's the thing that I was struggling with because I'm checking my phone. I'm like, oh, he didn't text me, you know, which is good. We agreed on no contact, which personally I think is the best way to handle a breakup. I haven't always done that in the past, but this time we both agreed on it. I'm gonna stick to it. I hope he does the same. I think he will. But it is weird to be checking your phone sometimes and it's like, oh, did he oh, no, of course he didn't text, you know? Or, oh, no good morning text or no good night text. That's a little rough for the first few days. I've definitely been doing a little better. I definitely was a little bit of a crier the first couple of days, but I haven't cried in a few days. But I think feeling grief is important. And even if it was something that was for the better for both of you and you guys know it's for the better, that doesn't make the grief easier. Or it doesn't make the grief go away. Or it doesn't mean you're not going to be sad. So I'm letting myself feel the sadness and understanding that there are better things to come. And that's not meaning even relationships, because I'm thinking I want to stay single for a while. I'm young. I want to be able to have complete freedom of like where I want to go and what I want to do. And I found when I'm in relationships, I find myself making sure I don't do something that could affect the relationship. Like, oh, I want to move here, but that means I won't be able to see them, so I guess I can't move here. Or, oh, I want to do this job, but I can't because I don't know where it'll make me end up, so I can't, you know? So, with that being said, there's a lot of new opportunities for me, and that's a big positive of it. So let's get into that. Where am I going? What am I doing? What do I want to do? I don't know. I do know, but I don't know. So I need to finish EMT school, obviously. And after EMT school, I want to do paramedic school. So I think what I'm going to do is finish EMT school. Then I need to get like a year of experience as an EMT. So I'm going to do that. Then I'll go into paramedic school. And personally, I really want to travel a lot. So perfect. Everywhere needs paramedics, right? So I'm thinking once I become a paramedic, I'll make my first move. I want to move around to like a bunch of different states. I would love to live in another country or a few other countries for a little while. And like I said, I was kind of held back by that because I was in a relationship. And me personally, I know not everyone is like this, but if I'm in a relationship, I don't want to move. I'm going to take that person into consideration, and maybe I take them into consideration too much in the sense of I don't want to move and go do something because I don't want to leave them or I don't want to ruin the relationship. So and it's not even on them, it's on me. I don't want to go and achieve something because I don't want that to ruin the relationship. But that's no longer an issue, so I can do all the things that I want, and that is travel. Especially with paramedic, it's great. I can work as a paramedic wherever I want. I can go there, perfect. I plan on doing that for a while, and I do currently live in Florida. I think everyone knows that. I am not going to stay in Florida, obviously, but I don't think I'll even settle down in Florida. I would love to go to Maine. I would love to go to Maine, and some Carolinas, some Virginias. I want to go somewhere on the East Coast for a little while. I would love to work as a lifeguard and as a paramedic at the same time. I do plan on having more than one job at a time because traveling's not cheap. Even though I plan on going to a place, getting an apartment for a few months, working, or maybe a year or something. I don't know yet, but it's okay because I have at least a year to figure that out. So basically 2 years because I have to get a year of EMT experience and then I have to go into paramedic school. So I have time to figure it out. I just know that I want to travel for countries. Love Australia. I want to do that. One of my friends was actually talking to me about how she kind of wants to move to Australia, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I would love to do that. But that was a few weeks ago, and I was like, but I would never be able to do that just because my partner doesn't want to do that. So since he doesn't want to do it, obviously I'm not going to do it. But I would love to go to Australia, work as a lifeguard and a paramedic there for a bit. So I think that's definitely on the table in the future, years from now. Again, I'm only 19. Like, I have this thing in my head where I'm like feeling like I need to go. And I know I don't, but I also feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready to go. But I know that's not the place I should be right now. And that's okay. But travel is definitely on the cards. Paramedic is definitely the career I want to pursue just for a while, at least while I'm traveling and figuring out where I want to settle down. Because once I travel to all these places, then I'll get a good sense of what they're like, and then I can decide on where I actually want to live. And once I'm there, if I don't want to keep doing paramedic, okay, let's figure it out and pursue something else. I don't know. That's a question that the future will answer. And until then, I'm trying to live in the moment, which is just an overall thing that I'm going to try to start doing. I'm going to try to start being more present instead of worrying about the future or the past. This is really hard for me, especially as someone who just worries about everything. It is definitely hard for me to not try to stress and plan out the future as much as I possibly can. But, we're working on it. Hi, Juniper. My cat's meowing right now. I don't know if the mic on the camera is picking it up, but you can hear her a little bit. Hi. She might come over here. She made a cameo last time. If you watched the last video, she popped her head in. She's looking at me right now. Come here. Come here, June. She's looking at me. More things. Let's consider some. Let's talk about something I'm worried about, actually. Being that I was just talking about that I was worrying about everything. I am just now starting to really get good connections in Orlando. I'm making good friends. I'm in an amazing church. I enjoy the people that I work with. I wouldn't say I necessarily enjoy my job right now. It is pretty easy, but it's just annoying me because they like to cut your hours. Oh, everyone in the video, look at my kitty cat. Look at my beautiful kitty cat. Her name is Juniper. Wait. Okay, we posed for the cover picture. So, that was that. Yeah. I'm worried because I don't want to leave my friends. I'm finally... No, please don't drink my drink. I'm worried. I'm finally having good friends. In high school, I don't even want to talk about high school. Long story short, I did not have many friends. And now I'm finally in a place in my life where I do have friends, and I'm so grateful, and I don't want to leave them. I know everyone leaves, and I understand that we're all probably going to leave at some point. We're not all going to stay in Orlando forever. And I know I'm not going to stay in Orlando forever, but I know when that time comes, it's going to be hard because I enjoy having good relationships with my friends. And right when I feel them start blooming, I'm now nervous because I know in the future that I won't be here. And who knows, maybe they won't be here either, but I'm just sad. Another thing I'm worried about. Rent is so expensive, and me and my friend Abby are trying to move in together, but like hey Abby, if you're listening, anyways, me and Abby really want to move in together. And I recently told her the other day that, like, you know, if we can't move in together, it's not that big of a deal. Like, we're going to be friends no matter what. So, whatever. But I would love to move in with her. And the issue is, one, rent is just so expensive. And two, it's kind of like she might be going somewhere. I might be going somewhere. And it's just kind of like, what do we do? And... I mean, personally, right now, I don't really care where I live. If she wants to move somewhere, as long as I can get to work and school, I'm fine with moving to where she goes. But I also am just kind of like, how are we going to do this? Because rent is expensive. And yeah, rent is expensive. I don't know why it's so expensive. But it is. Anyways, I also have really been considering this, guys, joining my church's like praise team, the singing team, right? People who sing at the beginning and end of church. I love singing. And personally, for me, the best way that I feel like I'm worshiping is through music and singing. I've always felt like that, and I've always loved singing. But I do have some stage fright. And I don't sing in front of people. But I've been getting better. I've posted some videos of me singing, me trying to get rid of my fears a little bit. And anyone who's heard me sing tells me that I'm good. And like, I know I'm good. Hashtag humble. But I just get so nervous because what if I mess up, and what if it just goes horrible? What if I forget the lyrics? There's all of these what ifs, which I need to stop fearing what ifs and just live. If I mess up a song one time, like personally, if I'm in the crowd and someone on stage messes up, I'm like, oh no, they messed up. Probably nervous singing in front of an entire crowd. Good for them for doing that, though. You know, like, I don't care that you messed up. It's still great that you're praising, you're worshiping, and you're helping others do that as well. So I don't care about it, so why would I be afraid that other people do care about it? But I do. I also don't know if my camera's going to stop recording here, so we're going to see about that in approximately 20 seconds. But let's keep talking until then. I've really been considering that because I actually wanted to join a musical theater group because I would love to do that. I really just would love to be singing on stage. It's just I'm afraid. But it would be so fun. Like, wouldn't that be so fun? In musical theater, that just sounds like it didn't stop recording. Round of applause. Musical theater just sounds like a blast, but so does my praise team. I would really like to do that, but I need to figure out when auditions are and this and that and everything. And then another thing is I need time to focus on my schoolwork, and I do have a job, and I also need a social life. So I don't want to commit myself to too many things because I know that will stress me out. And then once I become an EMT, then I'll be working as an EMT and at my current job. So like then I'll be really stressed out, but I won't have schoolwork. It doesn't hurt to look into it, so I think I'm going to look into it. Not too sure what else I want to talk about. I just wanted to give some life updates, tell y'all what I was thinking, how I've been doing, what I think I'm going to do. But yeah, I think I'm done talking. This was just some yapping today. I hope you guys liked it. If not, that's okay. Just watch my other videos or podcasts or stay tuned for the next one, you know? Remember, as always, if you have anything that you want me to talk about or you think I would be interested in, comment it, DM me, whatever you please. DM me. If you want to message me and you don't know me personally and you can't just talk to me in person or you don't have my number, feel free to message me on Grace M. Burkholder. That's my main Instagram page. On YouTube, you can just comment on the YouTube video. And as always, you can find me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, all at GraceYourself Podcast. Oh, you guys, I always forget if it's Grace Yourself or GraceYourself Podcast, but I think it's just Grace Yourself. I really should know the name of I think it's just Grace Yourself. No, it is just Grace Yourself, guys. I really should know the name of my, let's look it up. This is a pro of me being on my camera today. I can look up things on my phone, which is kind of like what I was wanting to do. I know it's the same name on everything. Okay, Grace Yourself. That's what it's called. You can find me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, all at Grace Yourself. I hope you enjoyed. Have a blessed day. I'm going to try to post this today, and today's Sunday. So have an amazing week. If I post this tomorrow on Monday, again, have an amazing week, but I think I'm posting it today. I will. I'm going to post this today, and I'm saying it now at the end of the video so that I'm held accountable. Okay. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.